This video is made under fair use. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Today we will be watching another inmate in the prison system that Wade Wilson will be going to death row on. Here are his thoughts of what will happen upon Wade's arrival.
So got the death penalty. Also seems he'll be sent to Rayford CI, or Rayford Correctional Institution, which is in Rayford, Florida, North Florida, in the central region of North Florida. So he'll probably go through processing at CFRC, or the Central Florida Reception Center in Orlando. This is where most death row and closed management inmates get processed because they have a higher security level housing facility for those type of inmates. Then he'll be sent straight to Rayford on a van by himself, seeing as death row and closed management inmates don't usually get transferred with other inmates on the same bus, or the big Bluebird prison bus that we always see and hear about. Once he gets to Rayford, he'll get everything logged in, all of his property, things like that, any photos he brought with him from county jail, his religious materials, things like that. Then he'll be issued laundry, bedding, things like that. Now, life on death row in Florida is not that bad. It could be much worse, and most inmates in the Florida Department of Corrections live a much worse life than the guys on death row. Yeah, so death row is not as bad as, it could be for many other inmates. On death row, you're locked down basically 23 hours a day. You come out for 1 hour, use the phones, take a shower, play chess or basketball or whatever with the other guys on the row. They'll usually let a couple of cells out at a time for time management. That way they're not constantly having somebody in the day room. But usually they do. This is what they call a runaround. Sometimes it's a guy off of CM. Sometimes it's a guy off of death row. These are the guys that'll run, magazines back and forth between the cells, things like that. Death row is the last place besides work release that you can use tobacco products. They have to be smokeless tobacco, but they actually sell chewing tobacco and snus, like pouches. So yeah, life for old Wade Wilson's not going to be as bad as a lot of us hope it would be. I don't think a lot of inmates in Florida have much of a care what happens to this guy one way or the other. No one's like super pissed off about it. No one, there's guys in here with much more egregious crimes than what he's done. I think that he's garnered most of this attention for being a handsome, younger dude who didn't seem like the type that would snap like this and do some crazy stuff. And then, of course, the jail calls and things have definitely brought more hype to the situation. But yeah, there's much worse guys in here that people just kind of let do their time. So I'm not sure that Wade Wilson is big on anyone's radar. Maybe the UFs, the Unforgivens, because of his kind of perpetrating and putting the swastikas on his face without being a part of any kind of group or anything. What we call a neutron, meaning he's neutral. But yeah, for the most part, I don't think the UFs are too focused on him. I'm sure someone will slide up on him and ask him about that and make him explain why he got that, this and that, but I don't think there's going to be too much pressure behind it. More than likely, he'll get off of death row and end up doing a life sentence. That might take 10, 15 years, but
who knows what will happen? I guess we will have to wait and see. Till next time, please hit that like and subscribe on your way out. Thank you.